So the latest new patch, update 1.4.0, has just released for Arc Raiders, and it's kind of a smaller one than you might have been expecting. I think many of us were expecting some things like a rollback on the whole Kraken nerf, maybe some type of new content before the December goodies that's on the way from the roadmap. And after those recent nerfs, I think a lot of people were waiting in anticipation for this new update. But there are some really good things in here, and even some store updates that we'll be going over in this video to keep you guys up to date and informed. So they say update 1.4.0 is now rolling out on all platforms. They actually address it and say it might be quite a small one, but the big news is the gun swap exploit has been patched, and they've made a very hot fix for the locked room exploits. So they say make sure to restart your clients to start the download for the new patch. But let's go over the actual content and bug fixes that are in this patch, because some of them are really quite important after we've been dealing with these different exploits for quite a while in the game now. It's nice to finally see some action being done against them. The first one is they say exploit mitigation mechanisms have been added for all locked rooms across all maps. Now, you may have been aware that there was different ways people were getting into key rooms without having a key, whether it was having a friend push them in or use different gadgets to just glitch through the walls, and they've now added mitigation mechanisms, so hopefully that will stop people doing that. I think it would be really funny if they made it so that once you get in one of those locked rooms, you just instant die, or you just can't get out and you're just stuck in there. Something like that would be more enjoyable to me than just stopping people getting in them so that they can get kind of punished when they do it. But hey, maybe that's just me. Let me know if that sounds fun to you as well down in the comments. But they also say they fixed a gun exploit that allowed you to shoot quicker than intended by swapping to a quick use item and back. And this is a really big one. If anyone was exploiting this, they did address in the previous update that they would apply bans to accounts using it. But of course, it sucks when you die to someone who was using one of these exploits. So it's really good to see that they have cracked down on that and fixed it now. That kind of thing just shouldn't be in a PvP game. You know, it's just a straight up exploit. Another interesting one that I think no one expected, they've reduced the exterior access to the spaceport's control tower locked room. They've blocked it off. So as you may have already seen, you could zip line up to the control tower on spaceport and gain entry that way. And well, that has now been patched and blocked off. So I don't know why they did that, because it was a bit of a fun tech to do, to, you know, zip line up. It was very dangerous. Everyone on the whole map could see you, you know, zip lining up. So it's an interesting one that they've just decided, hey, we don't want people going in that room without a key card. So that has been locked off. Outside of that, they've fixed issues that sometimes cause low resolution textures on the main menu. I really do like this. For me personally, it happened a lot with my Scrappy. If you guys have ever looked at your Scrappy on the claim page here, you may have noticed, like, I was using a helmet here and it was a really low texture and looked super balked. But you can see now it's crisp, it's smooth. There's nothing poking through the helmet. The low-res textures do appear to be fixed, so that is pretty good news. They also say they've fixed players being able to push each other by jumping on each other's backs. I think that might be tied to the glitch that allowed you to push players through doors into the key rooms, so I think that's like a 2-for-1 fix there. But it just at least means that you won't be pushed around as much by other players when they're nearby you. They've also fixed some lighting artifacts that would occur when you enter the maps, and they say Raider Voice now correctly respects the selected voice option after restarting the game, as sometimes you would pick that Raider Voice for the, you know, voice mod feature that's in the game, and it would give you one that you didn't pick, so hopefully that should all now be ironed out. On top of that, although it's not mentioned in the patch notes, you can now see there is a night raid available for Stella Montes, so you know it's going to be pretty spicy on that map during night, as everyone is already out for PvP, so the loot's going to be better, but it's going to be even more crazy. So, some good fixes in there, some long overdue fixes in there. It's just a bit sad that they haven't reversed any of the whole Kraken nerf or the different damage nerfs that they've been doing. Hopefully that will come soon, or hopefully if people talk about it enough, they will action it and undo those things. But let's go over to the actual store page and the new additions that are in the store. The big first one that we have is the Riposta set that you can see here, and I have to say, I'm quite liking the look of this set. This is a pretty tasty one. It kind of reminds me of the pre-order set that there is, but a bit more armored, a little bit less sleek, and a little bit more armored. You've got pauldrons, you've got a chest plate, and I actually really do like this one. I like the little arm sleeve on the side of it as well. This is a pretty cool set. I might have to pick this one up, but I did pick up the last one, so I don't really have the I don't have the credits for it at the minute. But if we take a look, there's a few different color options. I think this is the best color option. The starting one here, the white and green, give you a bit of green camo if you're playing on like Damn Battlegrounds or something like that. They do have the white and red. This one looks really cool, but again, you are like a freaking giant red target, so it might be easier for people to spot you, but you know, you do your thing if that's your thing. And the yellow one, I just don't like this one. This is just way too bright for me. So if I were to pick it up, I'd be going the green and white. But what's your favorite color, guys? Is it the red, the yellow, or the green? Do tell me down below. Outside of that, you can toggle off the chest piece, which is pretty cool. I really like the chest piece. I would probably always keep that on. One of the coolest features of this is the fact that you can toggle off the helmet for goggles, and it kind of gives the set an entirely different look. And I really like this about the set, the fact that you can basically have two looks in one set. I don't think any of the sets actually let you have two dramatically different helmets in one set. You can see the goggles are on underneath the helmet, but it looks like a whole different aesthetic with the actual helmet up, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, you can turn it all off as well. We leave it on there for now. You can toggle the sleeve off with that little arm guard on it. You can toggle the waistcoat off as well, or the waist bag here, so that can go on and off. The sleeves can go on and off. But what's really cool is if you toggle things off, you can actually have a very different looking set. So here it's kind of like, I don't even know, it's like a space-like kind of set. But then if you put everything back on, you kind of have a very different looking set. So really cool there. It's also got the water skin for the backpack. Not a big fan of this myself, but hey, it might work for some aesthetics and other backpack options. It has a formal bow emote. I guess you could do this if you're respectfully paying respects to those that you have downed, or if someone actually didn't shoot you after you said don't shoot. So it's a pretty fun emote. And this eye scar as well. This is a pretty cool scar to have. This is one of the cooler face styles, I guess. So I do quite like the scar. Gives a little character to your raider. So that's pretty nice. Outside of that, though, there's also the Midnight Rooster set. Very cool here. Excuse my helmet. Obviously, it's blocking a bit of it. But it's a full-on, like, you know, black rooster look. I actually really like it. I might grab this one. But I might not just grab it for this. You also get the spotting scope attachment on the backpack. Nothing special there, but this emote next is actually pretty cool. This is the come here emote, and I can see a lot of funny scenarios where this emote will be great in game. So love that they've got an emote like this. It's tied to a set that has a cool skin for the chicken. We love Scrappy. And yeah, this emote is definitely one that I'm going to be picking up. I can just see some funny scenarios where you're going to be using that in a raid. So yeah, there's the latest patch notes and the new things in the store. Of course, we're loving Arc Raiders. We were expecting a little more, a little few different things in this patch. But what did you guys think? Were you expecting the whole cracker to be buffed after the nerf? Were you expecting anything else in the patch notes? Are you happy that those exploits have been patched? I certainly am. Tell us down below. And do let us know what kind of thing you're looking for next when it comes to the videos, the guides, or the lore. We'll go with what is most upvoted in the comments. And guys, we'll see you in the next one. Here at Arix Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.